Hi, welcome to Advanced Criminology. Still on criminalistics. One of the methods used in criminalistics under forensic science is forensic pathology. Forensic pathology is a method used in criminology. When someone dies and the cause of death is unknown, the method used in criminology to discover the cause of death is known as forensic pathology. So, forensic pathology is the investigation that involves discovering the cause of death, especially in cases where it is sudden or we suspect that the cause of a person's death is not natural. Therefore, someone known as a forensic pathologist, who is also a medical doctor, has to examine the body and check for the cause of death. When the body is brought to the hospital for pathological tests, the body will be examined to look out for traces of knife wounds, to look out for bullet wounds, look out for strangle wounds, and any traces of the cause of the person's death on the body. This is what forensic pathology is actually all about. This is where forensic pathology is applied to know the cause of death. Therefore, when a person dies, as a criminologist, you have to observe what exactly killed the person. If it's not known to you, if the cause of death is unknown to you, you have to apply forensic pathology in order to discover the cause of death. So the type or branch of criminalistics, or let's say forensic science, that is applied to know the cause of death is known as forensic pathology. This method actually involves examining the body and looking at its external appearance to help identification and to begin to determine how the person died. For example, looking for evidence of blows, looking at the size, shape, and location of wounds, such as stab wounds or bullet entry points, or looking for signs of asphyxia. So the pathologist will then begin surgical procedures and study the internal organs to see how external injuries connect to the internal injuries. For example, bruising of the brain following a head injury or damage to the heart and blood vessels following a stabbing or shooting, and look for evidence of disease as a cause of death. For example, heart attack, stroke, or infection. Forensic pathology may also include taking samples that may lead to conviction of a murderer or rapist, including taking samples from under fingernails or samples of sperm from vaginal swabs. These and more can help us to pick out some things that may lead to knowing the cause of death. You also need to know that traces of cloth fibers can also be found on a dead body at the pathology. This can help us to discover a link to the perpetrator of the crime.